So it is Sunday, February 9th, 2025. It is officially 9 days until my birthday. It is 9 days until I turn 50. It is also Super Bowl Sunday. I don't watch sports, but look, go Chiefs. I know everybody likes the Chiefs. I know they've been in the last couple of years, the whole Travis Kelce thing. But again, I know nothing about the Super Bowl. I do like having Super Bowl parties or going to Super Bowl parties, but I work today, which I am grateful for having work. But I'm not looking forward to my 50th birthday. And I haven't vlogged in the last couple of days because I've just been filming and I've just kind of been like a weird mental spot. First of all, I'm very grateful to have work. I know that the industry is still very, very slow, especially here in LA. I've been talking to a lot of people recently over the last couple of months, and there's just like a collective, like, doom feeling about the industry right now. I mean, the writer's strike was at the second half of 2023, and the industry is still recovering, and it's beginning of 2025. I mean, it was okay last year, but like the good thing is that, you know, they passed some tax incentives here in LA. But just as like projections were starting to roll forward and everything, we had the fires here and it kind of pushed everything again. So everything was kind of slow moving. So I was fortunate enough to have work up until tomorrow's my last day on this project. And then I have 2 days before I have to go my trip. But Tuesday morning I have to get my second inoculation, and then I also have to get my blood draw. So I do have a lot to do, and then I have to spend all day Wednesday packing. So I do have a lot to do before I head out and sort of finalize a few things. I'm a little nervous about this trip. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm really, really excited. But usually when I travel abroad, I go from like one country and I just stay there and I float around. But this time I'm going to like 3 different countries in one trip, so it's a little more epic. I'm also flying into one country and flying out of another, and I've just never done that before. So I just want to have a really good trip. I also would need work when I get back, and I just haven't been called for any work yet, so I'm really nervous about that because, I mean, this isn't like the most expensive trip, but it also isn't the cheapest trip, and so it's like, I don't know. I'm also in a really weird place because I was having this conversation with my friend Blake this morning, and I've been having it over the last few days with people, where it's like there is a sort of like doom feeling in the industry. But also for me personally, like I'm turning 50, and it's like all I'm thinking about is like the last 50 years of my life and like where I saw myself when I was like in my 20s to where I am now. Whereas I thought I was like unstoppable, and I thought I would be successful, and I really thought that like my career would take off. But now that I'm turning 50, it's like I literally have like nothing to show for my life. Like, this sounds morbid and I apologize, but like good things do happen to me, but like if I were to die tomorrow, I wouldn't have any legacy. Right? It's like I've done a few movies, but they're all short films, and I can't fucking do a feature to save my life, even though I'm attached to projects. But it's like the industry is so crazy right now, and it's like who knows where they're going. But it's like as soon as we move like an inch on any project, something happens, you know. And it's like I personally just feel like I can't do anything. Like, I did a podcast for a couple years and I did okay, but like getting numbers and getting guests to confirm and everything was just so difficult. And it was just like after a while I just couldn't get enough plays, and I couldn't get anybody to promote the podcast. So it was like it just seemed like it was like a frustrating endeavor because nothing would ever happen. Same thing with this vlog. Like, I love doing the vlog, I love talking about it, I love showing you guys what I do. But I had a good stint for about like right in the middle of 2023 when Tom gave me the shout out, and my numbers were good for like 2 months, and then after that it's like I'm lucky if I get like 10 views. I don't know. I just feel like everything I try, I mean, I was talking to somebody on set the other day. They're like, your photography is so good. I was like, thank you, but I can't get models to confirm with me. I can't get models to promote the photos. I can't get anybody to respond. I don't know, like my photography just doesn't seem to be going anywhere. I can't book amazing gigs as a script supervisor. I can't get my directing gig to go anywhere. I don't have any close friends. I'm not close to my family. It's like, what did I do for the last fucking 50 years? Right? And it's like, I don't know. I'm just talking out loud. These are just things I think about. I love and hate my birthday at the same time. Like, I love that my birthday's coming and I can celebrate myself. But it also just, like, it feels like it just reminds me of, like, I don't have anything. Like, I just feel like I've not accomplished anything in the last 50 years. And so, I kind of just want to cry. Hey, what's up? I just want to cry. But anyways, I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to sit here and focus on work today. We're working a night shoot. And it's a lovely day. It's actually kind of warm out, which is really nice. But with that said, yeah, I don't know, you guys. I think 2025, I need to figure out. Turning 50 is the deciding factor of whether or not I want to continue this industry. Of course, I wouldn't know what the hell I would do, like starting a new career at fucking 50. Like, I picked up photography during the pandemic and nothing really panned out with it. I'm not trying to be a script supervisor the rest of my life. But what I want to do isn't working out, so I got to figure out what's next. So that's my goal for 2025. Maybe while I'm traveling, I could really do some sort of contemplation about that. Anyways, let's just get past today. Let's get past this trip, and then we'll just go from there. It's such a nice house. And it's a lovely day on set. Look, there's a pool. It's a little bit warmer today. It's probably going to be cool this evening. There's also supposed to be a really big storm coming in. I think next week, like a really big storm. But as far as I know, I'll already be gone by then. So I might be missing it. But I need to check to see what the weather is going to be like in Vietnam and all that. So I'll do that this week. I got to get with my friend on the phone. We talked briefly yesterday. Because he's trying to figure out my itinerary. So, because he says he's going to have a driver pick me up from the airport, which I'm very grateful for. So, at least, I mean, I suck at everything else in my life, but I am grateful that I at least get to travel. That's one thing I've always wanted to do. So I was sitting in the kitchen, just chilling, and the director and the producer are like really good friends, and they're just talking about like, the careers and stuff, and they're talking about like, oh my god, like we're doing so good, like our careers are taking off, and good things are happening for them. Of course, I really like them, so of course I naturally want them to do well. But as somebody who's older than they are and struggling, I mean, it's good to know that people are doing well. It is disheartening that like it doesn't matter what I do, I can't jumpstart my career. And so, I'm not like twice their age. I mean, I probably am. So I hate to say it, and I love my team, but like, I just can't make anything happen. And I think I'm gonna go to Vietnam and Cambodia and Thailand, and I'm gonna seriously try to like think about, like, I want to go and just enjoy my birthday, but I also want to seriously think about like what I want to come back to when I return when it comes to my career, because sorry, my eye is itching. Everybody's wearing perfume and cologne on set today, so my allergies are bad. Anyways, I just need to figure out what I want to do next with my career, because I'm like barely hanging on mentally, and it's like I want to succeed so bad, and everybody's convinced I'll do well, except that they've been convinced I would do well for the last 10 years. I mean, since I was these people's age. I mean, I've been at this for 40 years, and everybody's always convinced that I'm gonna do well, and I'm literally 2 weeks away from 50, and I haven't even done anything. So I need to have a real conversation with myself and really seriously think that it's probably not going to happen. I need to own that because I don't want to grow up and spend the rest of my life chasing a dream that isn't going to happen and then die lonely and miserable and angry. I think what I'm going to do on this trip is learn to come to peace with that. And then when I come back, think about what I need to do next. I don't want to give up on my career, but I also am just tired of being like so depressed and frustrated and like it's just wearing me down. And I just don't have the mental capacity anymore to like worry about my career. Like, especially when literally it doesn't matter what I do. I just, like, nothing seems to fucking work out. And it's funny because I posted something the other day on Facebook about like my dog passing away. And my friend, she's like, when are you gonna get a fucking break? She's like, it's like so much stuff is happening to you. And I was like, yeah, but I think it's my responsibility to realize that it isn't going to happen. Or like, I mean, I could say let it go, let it go and let God handle it. But like the truth is like I try to let go and let God happen, but clearly God does not want it to happen. And I think it's up to me to actually accept that responsibility and realize that like I used to inspire people, but I can't inspire people anymore because I'm so fucking old and shit isn't happening. So I think it's time for me to accept my fate. And look, I changed careers at the age of 30 and moved in a different direction, and maybe that's just what I need to do when I'm facing 50. So here's the question. What do I want the next phase of my life to be?